Welcome to Urban Farming. I'm Jordan. This is a garden tour for early August. We're starting out front. These two sunflowers are doing quite well. Obviously, the pot there has not done well. I have future plans for that, so stay tuned for a future video because that pot and this pot will be getting transformed as they've totally got devastated. Now, the apple tree, there's hundreds of apples. I will, in the coming weeks, I'll have probably an apple picking video coming up once these start ripening up. These other pots here, they're doing pretty well. They're shade-loving crops. These roses, they're doing fantastic. Actually, I'm still surprised these roses that I actually trimmed this year are still actually flowering. So I will have some future videos coming in the future. Now let's move to the backyard where y'all want to see. Now we've moved to the backyard. I got a ton of pickling cucumbers coming, so there'll be a picking video of these coming soon. The tomatoes, they're doing fantastic. The cherries are getting so high, I actually need to start putting longer pieces of wood up to hold them up. They're just getting so massively tall. The heat we've had this year has just forced them to grow a lot. The beefsteak tomatoes, they're doing all right. Not as well as the cherry tomatoes. There's so many bumblebees. Just look at that guy. Just look how cute he is. There's so many bumblebees in my backyard all the time. It's just an amazing thing to see. And the purple cherries back here, they're doing quite fantastic as well. Not as many of those ripe. So now if we swing over to this massive bed of tomatoes, which I've just let go crazy, I got a nice ripe one right here, which I'll be picking probably later today. It's looking delicious. Can't wait to bite into that one. The zucchini, unfortunately, was dealing with a powdery mildew issue. So in a recent video, if you're watching, you will see that I pretty much cut this thing right back down to hopefully get rid of all the powdery mildew. Now I got a bunch of beans coming along, or peas, I guess these technically are. That's how the package said they were beans, but they look more like peas and they taste like peas. The Brussels sprouts are growing well. There's some leaf damage, but nothing major. I don't see any aphids growing in here. Got nothing growing on the leaves, which is good. The peppers, I got so many big peppers coming. Now I just gotta wait for these to turn color. These should turn eventually to orange, I believe they were. I got so many. And now moving on to the cucumber bed. Of course, I'm dealing with a powdery mildew issue. I got all these leaves. I'll have a future video coming to me dealing with this. I got so many cucumbers to pick. I got hundreds back here. Just look, I got this nice, good one. That'll be a nice one to pick. Now the lemon cucumbers are doing all right. Not as many, and honestly, they're way more work than they're worth. So I won't be growing them again, I don't think. Now the broccoli has definitely gone to seed. It just keeps flowering. I'm just letting it go, flowering. Just let it be food for the bees to keep attracting them. The carrots are doing well, but there's a lot of spacing issues. I had squirrelage issues like crazy, and I've pretty much just let what this bed happen. Now the sweet potato, there's two sweet potato plants down here. I won't know until the fall how well they're doing. And I got some bean plants that are starting to grow. The rabbits haven't been able to get in here in a while, thankfully. And now I guess we'll talk about these grow bags before we move back over. There's the two peppers. They're not producing as many peppers, but I think I've not been consistent with watering. That's one thing I think I got to watch out more for grow bags. It's just the watering needs to be more consistent because I just don't have the ability to bring up that water from further down. Now the beans have started to grow up here. I've got all this extra caging. I will probably need to put some more up in a future video, but they're just growing up so tall. There's so many of them. They're actually starting to bounce back. The rabbits do really good damage on them too. I got bean plants growing in this bed right here. They should eventually move over to this cage here. I got a ton of strawberries growing in here. Been trying to keep my asparagus up straight so it's not in my way. Yeah, these strawberries are starting to produce fruit again. I got some nice big ones starting to develop here. Oh, it looks like some animal came along and decided to try a snack of a strawberry last night. Guessing it didn't like it because it didn't take it with it. And my asparagus, I'm just letting it flower, like grow, basically to try grow for next year. This is one of the 5 plants I planted last year that's currently coming up, so I'm a little worried, but I'm kind of thinking the squirrels may have done some damage. This other bean plant's doing well. Now we're going to move over to the raspberries. This bush is just massive. It just looks amazing. So many ripe ones in here, but they're a little hard to find. Let me see if I can find this ripe one. Ah, nice ripe one right here. And there's another bumblebee. Looks really nice. Also delicious. Now I gotta do some more work to this blackberry plant. It's growing quite tall. I'm pretty sure this one will produce fruit, I think, next year. I got so much fruit. I got so many blackberries down here. I'm pretty sure by next weekend I should start having ripe blackberries. No, kinda. You don't need to eat the blackberries. Now let's go finish the video with the last few of my sunflowers as I eat it. And now we're in the last part here. These sunflowers are coming along. This one's actually gone really tall. Yeah, these ones are growing. I'm hoping they're going to start flowering soon. They'll look way better. Yeah, once I had blocked this off so I don't think rabbits could get into it, they've started growing really well. So if you like this video, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I hope you have yourself a fantastic growing season.